You know Dillian White?
Yeah, go on.
He got caught with methylhexamine, aka DMAAA. That's what they call it. Yeah, he's just caught with the substance, and he was just on I Feel London trying to explain that he took some pre-exercise supplement, I think it is, and yeah, and getting yam up, yam up.
What's the board saying?
Well, I think they're still gonna have to adjudicate a final decision, but apparently it's the same thing that Enzo Macronelli and Tony Dodson took.
And
Enzo's
they're
back
all,
in action.
they're all gone.
And Enzo Macronelli's back in action, and Tony Dodson's back in action, so they didn't seem to get hammered that badly. So
Maybe it's the same minute. How long was the Enzo out for?
when did he get?
Only a couple of months ago, man.
A couple of months he got caught, and he's back in. He's fighting over Mackenzie this weekend or something.
Yeah, it's this weekend.
Yeah, so they shouldn't hammer him that bad.
He said he didn't know what he did. He said he honestly said he didn't know genuinely, and he apologized and that. They must have went light on him, but obviously it's the same thing. If two people, they must have didn't know. He did what? Did he know? What does it do to you in terms of your boxing ability?
He tried to say that it's not the same as anabolic steroids, and he said that he bought the supplement over the counter. You know, that's what he's saying.
Yeah, I know, but what's it do to you?
His take on it is that it's not an enhancer.
What, the British Bull are doing random drug checks now?
Well, they must be getting more stringent than ever because there's so much people.
When did he fight? So I don't understand how they caught him. Did he have a fight, or was it after a fight? What happened for them to catch him?
I saw him fighting on KO TV the other month, and he looked really muscular. I pointed it out in the video. He looked really muscular, and he knocked the guy out. But you see, what it is, after them tests, they take a few months to come back, or maybe sometimes a month, or you know.
Yeah,
But,
that's what it must have been. It must have been then.
The DMAA, as it's called, it's marketed under names as it's used as a dietary supplement. It's used as a treatment for hypothyroid or something, hyperplastic, and it's used as a nasal congestion and shit like that.
So it's used as like the man to help with sickness and stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
To do with, he must have had a cold or something. Because Enzo Macronelli must have used the same thing, so that's not...
Well, he was saying it's a pre-exercise. I think it's supposed to help your body recover from...
Yeah, if you're not well. Yeah, there you go. That's probably why they didn't do Enzo, and they're probably not going to do him.
Yeah, it's a bad... It seems like, I don't know. This drug,
it's a drug they catch you with, but the effects, obviously, Enzo and other Dobson, they prove what it does to you, and it doesn't. It wouldn't really enhance your ability. If anything, it's because you're ill. So you know what I mean. It's to prove there's a drug, but if that's what it does to you, it doesn't really do anything. So they can't really do anything with him. And he's got a case to say, well, Enzo boxed after a couple of months, so it's not really. If it was something to do with blatantly not enhancing your ability, then you'd be in trouble.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to be anything big, to be honest with you. He's probably shocked that, obviously he's been found thing, but anything than that. But what it does to you doesn't really help his ability.
Well, he did seem shocked. Shocked.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Because look, if Enzo bought it over the counter, Thingy bought it over the counter, then obviously they need to stay away from it, because all this drug testing thing, people get caught for drug testing, but what did the drug do?
But, and I'm not just pointing out Dillian now, but shouldn't these guys be checking their stuff more stringently?
Well, look, someone must have, he didn't just go in there, someone must have recommended it to him.
You're giving the same argument a lot of people have, that, well, it's not like steroid, it's not but it's been banned. They must have banned it for a reason. Yeah,
but what I'm saying is that, again, these drug testing, they have to outline that these drug tests, people get caught for weed, like Chavez Jr. got caught for weed. What does that do for you? If anything, that hinders your performance, slows down your reaction.
Well, it could help.
Yeah, but it is drugs, right? But that's it. So drugs, period. Any sort of drugs, that's it, you're in trouble. But, you know what I mean? But what did it do to you? Did it even help your performance?
Well, weed isn't really a drug, is it? It's grass from the ground.
I understand that, but what do they class it as?
Well, they class it as a drug. Well, it's not a drug. It's a banned substance. I know.
A banned substance.
But the thing is, you could say weed, as I said before, helps with pain management.
Yeah, of course, if people with arthritis and them things there. But what I'm saying is that if they've outlined certain things that you're not allowed to take it, obviously he wasn't aware of it. He knows now. I'm really interested to see what they do with him. See if they're gonna be very harsh with him, because though it's already said 2 other people in front of him have done the same thing, so it's proven. So it's like we'll see what happens, isn't it?
Well, yeah, we'll just have to see what they do. But
Who's his promoter?
Who's Dillian's promoter again? I don't know. I know he's fighting. He was supposed to be fighting John McDermott. I'm not sure. He's with who's David Price with?
See, Dillian White, is that like young hot prospect?
I think he's in Frank. Is he on Frank Warren's stable? Yeah.
Yeah. Is Dillian White? Is he the young hot prospect?
Yeah, from Brixton. He's 9-0.
Yeah, he'll be alright, man. He'll be alright, man. He's looked after. He's out fighting out of Box Nation, isn't it? He'll be alright, man.
Yeah.
He'll be alright, man. He'll be alright. Them man there already, they get looked after, because Enzo found the same thing and he's back in action within months.
Yeah.
You know, because Frank Warren will just go in. He's not gonna let his fighter get hang out to dry. That's why I asked him who's his promoter is, and then he feel like he has to clarify why and this and that. So,
but is it right that if your promoter's connected, that, or if that is true, that you can get?
If hey, bruv, it's Don King would say, boy. It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. If you've got the connections, that's what's going on. This whole drug thing is they need to really say what drugs are banned. Just highlight it. Just all of them.
What they need to do is reclassify. Like, okay, he's got caught with his DMAA, and then you get somebody who's taken something that we would say is the equivalent to an anabolic steroid. I know that's an old thing, but something like that. What would be a generic anabolic steroid? They need to say, okay, this fighter has got caught, but it's, maybe they could say it's a lesser penalty, and that what they need to because Dillian's not going to be the last one. They need to say, well, it's not that bad, and this one is bad. Like, we know Larry took 13 different substances. We know Larry's in the red zone.
Yeah. Larry got chopped hard, bruv. But even with him, they went too hard. They went too hard on him still.
Nah, he was taking 13 different substances, though.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Well, but what did they do to him? If anything, they probably destroyed him.
He was on some Ivan Drago shit.
Yeah, but I don't think it helped his performance. He lost the fight. He still lost that fight.
Yeah, but you can't base it on if he lost. It's the
I know it's wrong or right, but what I'm saying is that they usually take them to cheat to make you better, but it didn't make you better. So it might, if anything, it's probably more damaged his health. And then now and that you can't even make a living. Yeah. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I'm just saying.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
So,
and like they went too hard. How many 5 years ban or whatever they put on him?
5 years was too hard, and he was taking.
Yeah, it's too hard, man. What is that? What are they that? Just trying to make an example for what? It's only because he doesn't make that much money. If he was a high-paid boxer like Derek Chisora, who earns a lot of money for the boxing board, they wouldn't have done that. Same thing, Enzo. Enzo earns him a lot of money. They're not gonna kill Enzo. They're just trying to make an example of someone who doesn't even draw any crowd or anything. Make them look stupid.
If a high-profile fighter got caught with 13 different substances, and I think some of them were enhancers. He took some in there. You mean you get 13's a lot. 13's a lot. He had to get reprimanded. They couldn't.
Yeah. But what I'm saying to you, what worse, you reprimanding someone is to fine them and give them a lengthy ban. That ain't gonna do nothing. What's that, boy? You're more or less destroying that man's career. He ain't got no career left. And after the lengthy ban, he's coming back in to box at 50. Probably. You know what I mean? Let the man burn out, innit? Let the man burn out properly.
But didn't he destroy his own career more than they did?
Yeah, I would say that. Get me? Like, you know what I see? It's a thing and shit. Hard me sit up here judging this person, that person, and who's this and that. You know what I mean? Why? One day people gonna take one of them drugs and kill someone, and they're gonna blame it on this and that. So, but end of the day, it's a dangerous sport, and this drugs thing is not helping it. It's a murky business, mate. But you know what? What I'm trying to say is that they're letting certain people off, and they're hurting people who doesn't really earn that much. That's my point. That's what they're trying to do here.
Okay.
Yeah, they're picking and nitpicking. What people to ban and what people not to ban. Because I get you that Dillian White, if Frank Warren is his promoter, he'd be alright. He'd be alright for next year. He'll be back in the ring next year.
Well, I think it's just a matter of time before, like you just said, somebody's going to be on a banned substance and they're going to hurt somebody in the ring badly. And that's going to be the watershed moment for boxing. And let's say it happens under the British Boxing Board of Control's jurisdiction. You know, there's going to be hell to pay, and their heads are going to roll, and they're going to be wishing that they cleaned up their house before they let it go that far.
Yeah, but how do you do that, man? How do you regulate that? They need to. They don't want to spend the money on the USADA and all the top governing bodies to clean their spot out. You have to spend money to do that shit, and they really and truly they'd be losing money. They don't want to do that. That governing British board is they're not a joke, yeah, because they set a precedent about. The only reason they changed their policy about interviews in the ring is because what happened to Mike Watson. But other than that, and they have nurses and they have paramedics, they're always at the fights and stuff like that. They're probably the most safest boxing board of all of them. But they have to wait. They wait until someone gets hurt, then they change.
Yeah, reactionary. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't do.
They're not
you know
proactive.
what I mean? If you've seen already, this is 3 different cases of drugs on your watch. Yeah. So you're gonna have to. They don't want to spend the money out on the drug testing. They're catching them. All right. So I guess all right. Put it this way. All right. They are catching them because they find out after they're taking drugs. But if they want to go more in, let's clean everyone out, mate. Make sure there's any cheating in there. Let's get them all out.
I think boxers should have to declare all their supplements and everything, you know.
Yeah, and
everything they buy from a health shop or a chemist, anything they buy. I mean, even if they go in a supermarket, anything they get off the chemist counter, they should be alerted. They have to declare it all.
Yeah. And that way, everything's out on them, and their doctor they can. Yeah, they should have someone they can go to and check to say is this all right or that all right, and then this and that, because if you take.
Yeah, they should do by now. That just seems common sense, you know. And that way, so I'm not saying Dillian's guilty. Dillian or M, they got no excuse. They have no excuse if they haven't got what they've got declared. The boxers should be getting a letter. All the boxers licensed should be getting a letter from the board that you have to get all your shit. They need to spend some of their money, or I don't know where the money's going to come from, but like you said, they need somewhere where they can declare all of their supplements and medications, and get it checked over, because it's getting ridiculous now. It's just non-stop, you know, 100%. But yeah, that's Dillian White. But,
all right then, bro.
Yeah, we're not scapegoating him, but you know we got to report it as it is on the ongoing phenomenon of drug taking in boxing. All right.
All right, man. Peace out, bro.
All right, peace.
All right.
P.S. I mean, it's 2012, man. Everybody's got a PC. Errol Jarrett isn't here. I'm just carrying on after. There's no reason why the British Boxing Board of Control can't make a database, and they can have all the substances which are banned. And there's no reason why the boxers shouldn't be informed of this database, and they can just go off and check it on there. And that's it. No excuses. And even if you're not that savvy on computers, how come there's not a phone line or something, you know, where they can just call somebody and say, is this okay? Is that okay? And that's it. Simple. But, you know, I mean, let's leave that one there for now. Peace out.